I just took, we're in the Globex session right now. I've been trading Globex a lot lately because I'm an insomniac. And the London session has a little bit lighter volume and it definitely provides some decent trades. So, one of the things I saw, and I didn't see this right away, but I did see this, is this market sold down with the London Open quite a bit here. And if you'll take a quick look at this, you'll see that we went from about this level at 25,726 down to just above this level, 25,526. So 25,726 to about 25,526 down here. And you'll see this a lot. You'll see 100 or 200 point trading zones, generally a lot of times between the 26s or the 77s or both. You'll see like a 150 point range that'll run from a 77 to a 26 or vice versa. You just see that all the time. So I was looking at this and I saw this nice bounce here. Actually, there's a few things I saw I could share. I saw this big push down here, pretty huge candle, and the total drop was about 150 points, and then it ended with this nice kind of like classic hammer candle. When I say classic, I mean it has all the trappings of a buyer's tail type 15-minute candle that happens at the end of a downtrend. Probably, yeah. I didn't even see this just till just now, but yeah, we're at prior support from prior at the end of the New York session there. And it's just got all the trappings. The wick is more than 50% of the total candle. It happens at the end of a long push down. It happens at support, prior support. And it just has all these qualities. So I was checking to see if we could get a 50% retracement off of this candle. And it didn't happen. Price didn't come down into that zone. So then the next candle was red, so I didn't even consider it. I measured the next one, but I did it a little late. It actually turned out to be a pretty good one. The wick's up here, body's down, the body's down there. It actually turned out to be a pretty good one. It did bounce right off the 38.2, which is the lower end of the pivot, and it did it pretty quickly, pretty early in the candle, which is always a good sign. Then there was the next one that actually worked out very well. I didn't take it. I don't know. I hesitated. I'm not sure what I was thinking. But measuring this one, the 50%, and you can see right here on this edge, I'll show you the actual, and that happened at 5:30. It happened just a minute or two into the candle, the new candle, and that's always a good sign. You want it to happen early, not late in the game. So if you take a quick look at this one, you'll see that the new candle formed right here at 5:30. The wick came down and hit it at 5:31, and this is a combo of a 50% retrace as well as the 1 minute 20 EMA in gold. Now this one, I was actually I was in this one, but I got out early. I don't know why. I just got scared. I should have just should have traded a little bit lighter shares and then split my shares in two. That would have been perfect, but it went straight up to 26. It was a pretty good trade. I got a little piece of it, and that's fine. Next time I'll do it a little bit different. I'll do it the way I did this last trade. Now, one more thing to look at here. So that was a really good trade. So as you can see, there's a couple of really good 50% retracement trades off these 15-minute candles on the way back up. Now, one more thing to see here. Look at the bigger picture. I'm always telling you to do that, right? So remember how I said that price went from this 726 down to this 526. So what's in the middle of that? 626, right? And that's where price went right up to and bounced down off of it, right? So you can see it came up here to exactly the 50% level between those two extremes, the peak and the trough, and then it hit that 50% level, pushed down. Okay, that was one trade. Now I didn't really see it till I was still kind of looking for longs at that point. Then I realized, hey, we just retraced 50%. That's why it pushed back down, and that happened over here off this push right here. Okay, so when it went up there again, I'm like, double top, 50% of the move down. Let me put it on a 30-second chart, which I did. Take it off Heiken Aishi, I use the Heiken Aishi 5-second charts for the 50% bounces off the 15-minute candles. In other words, you got a smaller time frame, use a smaller candle. Bigger time frame, okay, bigger moves, use a bigger candle, use a 30-second candle. So that's what I did here. And what I did is I put it on 30-second. I started watching my MACD very carefully, okay. I saw that here, this was like what I call a double triple bounce. In other words, it's a double top, but within the second there was two. So it's a double triple, okay. Anyway, waited for that cross, okay, which happened after basically the first body bounced off that level, that 26. Got that cross and then came up again, okay, and I'm like, okay, now I'm under, so I'm just looking for weakness at this point. I'm looking for maybe a double top with some weakness. So I got this top here, which is a bit of a hammer, and I thought, well, okay, what's next? And then it started flushing down pretty hard off increased volume, and I didn't wait for the end of the 30 seconds. I think I shorted it at about 20 seconds. Let's see, 25, 6, 19 and a quarter, I think is roughly that area. I had this a second ago. Here it is. Okay. So the fill was 26, 18 and a quarter, actually, and 18. So I got one mini at 18 and a quarter, one at 18. So that would have been right exactly, right here. Right here. As you can see, I didn't wait for the end of the candle. It was telling me everything I needed to know. I was under my MACD cross. I'm on a double top. I'm at a double triple top. In other words, I'm at a double top within a double top. Okay. And I'm showing real strong weakness here after double topping up here, the body, not the wick. Wicks don't really count. Okay. This wick did hit the almost 26. I want to see the body hit. That's a real touch. Okay. So double top on the bigger picture, 50% retracement on the much bigger picture between, I'll just draw it out for you. Fib retrace tool, take it from the low, take it to the high. There's your 50% level right there in the middle. As you can see, boom, coincides with the 26. Not a coincidence. Price runs from 26 to 26, correct? Okay, double top, double triple top, waiting for signs of weakness, got under MACD, got it here, 18 and a quarter, and it just really flushed down. And it's still actually, it's still selling. I got it when it bounced back up here. I got out when it bounced back up here. But this is a really, really, really good trade. Why? All the things I just showed you. You know, you got a big push down, you got a 50% retrace, you got a double top, you got a double triple top, you're under the MACD on the 30-second, signs of weakness, pushes down, and if you were smart, you'd still be holding it. But I got out here. Took a little bit off right after I got in, moved my stop to just above break even, so I'd have a risk-free trade, and took it down here. But I still made a little bit of money off of it. I still made about over $300 off that with two minis as my initial entry. So just wanted to share the excitement with you. These trades really work. These numbers really work. Just take your measurements. I just showed you 3 different trades that worked out. You know, this stuff really works. These 50% retracement trades, they work well. They happen on lots of different levels. We utilize 26s and 77s a lot. We utilize double tops. We utilize MACD crosses, and finding signs of weakness after MACD cross, because those double tops are very, very common. You know, I got my MACD cross here, but once I had my MACD cross, I had green candles, so I'm staying out on these 30-second candles. I'm staying out till I see a sign of weakness, which I saw with this and this candle together, and this one moving pretty quickly, and me getting in before it was completely done, because I had all the information I really needed on this trade. I knew it was going down, and it did, and it went down very nicely, and still going down. So actually it bounced just a bit below the 77. So anyway, yeah, that's about it for now. It's always fun making these videos. If you have any questions at all, let me know. Like and subscribe to be notified. Get your bell on, and do all those good things. All right, thanks.